Hello, welcome to High Ground Gaming. This is Eric, and today we're going to play another game from the 1905 season replay featuring the New York Giants. The New York Giants are in the middle of a three-game series with the Beaneaters. The Giants took the first game of the series 4-2, and they're now one game out of first place behind the Chicago Cubs. And today we're going to play game 2 of that series. So it's the 16th game of the season. They're 10-5. Alright, we'll get our starting lineup here.
Welcome to South End Grounds for today's game between New York and Boston. New York has won 6 straight. Red Ames will start for New York. He's made 3 starts on the year and is 2-0 with an earned run average of 2.05. His second start against Boston. He's 1-0 with a 6.00 earned run average against Boston. He'll be opposed by Irv Young for Boston. He's made 4 starts on the year and is 3-1 with an earned run average of 2.31. His second start against New York. He's 0-1 with a 9.00 earned run average against New York. New York center fielder Mike Donlin is riding a 10-game hitting streak. It's 68 degrees, wind speed 11 miles per hour, out to left field. Pitching for Boston, Irv Young. Leading off for New York, center fielder Mike Donlin.
So, alright.
Play ball!
Sorry, I am going to put the photos back in because I kind of missed them. I had taken them out to try that out, but I kind of like having them in the game. Just adds a little bit more. Oh, not that big though. So let's see here. Large. Here we go. Let's go small. There we go. That's still a little bit big. Let's try it. Alrighty, I'm going to go with that. So, alright. So the Giants are revisiting the Beaneaters for the second game of the series. Giants are 10-5. Beaneaters are 6-10. So not having a very good season at all, but the Giants are starting to right their ship and are in second place now, a game behind the White Sox, Cubs, as we said. Donlin's riding a 10-game hitting streak, so we're starting to click. Red Ames is going to be on the mound for the Giants, and he'll face Irv Young and the Beaneaters. So let's take a look at the lineups. So Irv Young is 3-1, so currently he's off to a good start for the Beaneaters. He's got 3 of their 6 wins. 3-1 with 35 innings pitched, 35 hits allowed, 5 walks and 16 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .252 off of him. He would go 20-21 with a 2.90 ERA in the actual season. So Mike Donlin, as I said, is running a 10-game hitting streak. He'll lead it off for the Giants. He'll be followed by Sam Mertes, the left fielder. Roger Bresnahan, the catcher, will bat third. Dan McGann, the first baseman, will bat cleanup. Batting fifth will be second baseman Sammy Strang. And I think he's getting a start for Gilbert. Gilbert is normally the starter, but he's getting a day off today. Sammy Strang will get a start in his place. He's a switch hitter. Art Devlin, the third baseman, will bat sixth. George Brown, the right fielder, bats seventh. And batting eighth will be Bill Donlin, the shortstop. And on the mound, batting ninth, will be Red Ames, the pitcher. So that is your lineup for the New York Giants. So Irv Young looks in for the sign. Here's the windup and the pitch. Donlin trying to extend his 10-game hitting streak. Comes into the game hitting .324 with 6 runs batted in, 13 runs scored, 3 doubles and 3 triples, and a couple stolen bases. On base percentage .403. So he's starting to get closer to his .356 actual average for the season. And he'll extend his hitting streak right away, so he gets that out of the way. Now has an 11-game hitting streak.
Meirtes.
I don't think we're going to go anywhere, as Needham has a 7 arm. Let's see here. So Sam Meirtes comes to the plate, hitting .210 with a homer and 9 runs batted in. Has scored 8 runs, 3 doubles, 1 triple, and 3 stolen bases. We might try a little hit and run here. Try to force the envelope a little bit.
Catcher, Roger.
And he grounds out to short. He was short. Anyway, grounded out to the left side there. Donlin is able to move up to second, so they stay out of the double play by having the runner in motion. So runner in scoring position now for Bresnahan. He's off to a great start, hitting .365 with 5 runs batted in, 14 runs scored, 4 doubles and 2 triples, and a .535 on base percentage. So Young looks in for the sign from Needham. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 1. Curveball. And in too close, 1-1. Low and inside, ball 2. And strike 2 called, so the count evens at 2. And he's going to hit a fly ball to left, and it's going to go out of play into the left field stands. The count remains 2-2. And a foul ball back out of play behind the backstop. And it's going to be a line into short.
First baseman.
Apaticio will make the catch. Donlin back to second. So 2 outs now. It's up to McGann. He's hitting .316 with 15 runs batted in. So he's been a RBI machine so far for the Giants. 15 RBIs in 15 games. 2 doubles, 2 triples. 6 runs and 4 stolen bases. On base percentage of .451. Young looks in for the sign. Gets what he wants. Here's the windup and the pitch. Strike 1, swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again. Strike 2. So McGann is unable to make contact. It's quickly in the hole. And that's a ball, low and away. Tried the curveball there. Count evens at 2. Oh, and he gets hit with the 2-2 pitch.
Second baseman, Sammy Strang.
So, runners on first and second now with 2 outs. Sammy Strang getting himself a start today. He's got 4 hits and 11 at-bats for a .364 clip. 5 RBIs. No doubles and 1 triple. On base percentage of .500. See what he can do here. See if he can get the Giants on the board. Ball 1, high and away. 2-0 the count, so good hitters count here. And in there for a strike. Spitball on that one. So 2-1 the count. And he's going to line one over the second baseman's head.
Third baseman, Art Devlin.
Donlin's going to come in with the first Giant run. McGann will motor his way out in the third, so runners at the corners. 1 run in, so Strang gets himself a RBI single to get the Giants on the board. So Art Devlin up now, struggling a bit, hitting .203, 7 runs batted in, 2 doubles, no triples, 6 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases. Here's the pitch, And it's going to be in there, just below the belt, strike one. Wide and low. Count evens at 1. And ball 2, 2-1 the count. And it's going to be a ground ball past the second baseman, Raymer. Another run will come in. Strangle motor himself all the way to third. So 2-0 lead now. So a good start for the Giants. Brings up George Brown, hitting .254 with a homer and 10 runs batted in. He scored 10 runs. 2 triples and a stolen base. And it's going to be a ground ball past the second baseman again. So
Shortstop.
Raymer's having trouble getting to the ball there. He has only a range of 4, so not much of a defenseman there. Not really much for offense either. So another run comes in. It's 3-0 now. Runners at the corners for Dowling. Bill Dowling, the shortstop, hitting .246 with 12 runs batted in. Double and 2 triples, 10 runs scored, a couple stolen bases. See what he can do here. See. And he's going to get under one here. Hits at the center field.
3 runs, 4 hits, no errors.
The center fielder Cannell will make the catch.
3. Boston coming to bat. Pitching for New York, Red, Ames. Leading off for Boston, shortstop, Ed Abadagio.
So alright, so the Giants put up a 3 spot. The Beaneaters are coming to bat now. Red Ames takes the mound. He's got a record of 2-0 with an ERA of 2.05, so after a good start. 22 innings pitched, 18 hits allowed. Has allowed 11 walks and 10 strikeouts, and opponents are hitting .220 off of him. He would be 22-8 in the actual season. So the lineup for the hometown Beaneaters is as follows. Ed Abaticio, who the shortstop will bat first. He'll be followed by Fred Tenney. I believe he's the manager. Bats second, the first baseman. The right fielder's batting third will be Jim Delahanty. Batting cleanup will be the center fielder, Rip Cannell. Batting fifth will be Harry Wolverton, third baseman. On the plate, batting sixth will be Tom Needham. Batting seventh will be Fred Raymer, second baseman. The left fielder, George Barclay, will bat eighth. And on the mound, batting ninth, will be Irv Young, the pitcher. So, alright, so that's your lineup for the Boston Beaneaters. Ames looks in from the sign from Bresnahan. Abaticio is hitting .212 with 5 runs batted in, 8 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, 4 doubles, and 1 triple. So here's the windup and the pitch. And it's going to be a strikeout. So swings and misses, and that's how we'll begin. Next up, the player manager Fred Tenney. Quite common back then. Dead ball error. He's hitting .328 with 5 runs batted in, 1 double, 5 runs scored, and 2 stolen bases. And it's going to be a hot shot to third. Devlin's up with it. Over to McGann for the second out. Next up, Jim Delahanty. Off to a slow start, hitting .226 with a homer and 5 runs batted in. 8 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, and 1 double. Here's the pitch, and he gets under one here. Pops it up to the shortstop.
No runs, no hits, no errors. After 1 complete, New York 3, Boston 0.
Dowling will make the catch for the final out. So the Beaneaters go in order. Irv Young back on the mound. Pitcher Ames will come up now. He's got 1 hit and 9 at-bats. And he's going to give himself his second hit, so he's 2 for 10 now. So leadoff single for the Ames. Brings up Donlin He's 1 for 1. And ball 1. And it's going to be a wild pitch, and Ames will move up the scoring position. So an RBI opportunity now for Donlin. 2-0 the count. And he's got a line one to the second baseman. And this time Raymer is able to make the catch. Soft liner to him. Ames back to the bag. Bring up Sam Mertes. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1. Just inside. 2-0 the count. And he's going to hit one down the left field line, but it's going to go into the stands. Barclay gives chase, but is unable to get to it. So 2-1 the count on Mertes. And it's a ball, 3-1. And he'll walk. So runners on first and second now with 1 out for Bresnahan, the Hall of Fame catcher. He's 0 for 1 in the day. Chance for an RBI up here. And he's going to hit one down the left field line. And this Barclay gives chase, but this one's also in the stands. So 0-1 the count on Bresnahan. 0-2, swing and a miss. And he gets under one here, pops it up behind the plate. Catcher gives chase, but it's back into the stands as Needham's unable to get to that one. So a souvenir for one of the fans. So 0-2 the count. And he pops another one up behind the plate. This one looks like it's going to get into the stands too. So the count remains 0-2. And high, ball 1. 1-2 the count. Oh, and he gets plunked. So the second hit batsman will load the bases for McGann. Bases loaded. Chance for McGann to add to his 15 RBI total, which looks like it leads the team. So 1 down, bases loaded. Strike 1. And count evens at 1, high and tight. Swing and a miss, 1-2 the count. Count evens at 2. And it's going to be a fly ball down the left field line. And that's out of play. And count, full count now. And he gets plunked. Wow. So Irv Young is all over the place. Oh, and McGann is going to be injured on the play. He's out for the day. Hopefully the injury isn't serious. So that's a big blow for the Giants there. Alright, so we're going to have to put in a pinch runner to play, someone to play first base. We're going to bring in Boileyard Clark. He's going to come in and pinch run and play first base.
Clark is the new runner at first.
Alright, so Boileyard Clark comes in. He's a 180 hitter on the year with a home and 4 runs batted in. Gotta love the name. So Strang up now. Got himself an RBI single his first time up. Another RBI shot here. And it's going to be into right field. And we're not going to chance it here. 60% chance. So Strang comes up with his second single and his second RBI of the game. Bring up Art Devlin. He's also 1 for 1. Giants now lead 5-0. So ball 1 inside. Count evens at 1. And 1-2 the count. Strike 2 called. Count evens at 2. So Young is having trouble finding the strike zone. Full count again. And it's going to be ball 4. So walks in another run. It's 6-0 now. So Brown up now. He's 0 for 1. I mean, a 1 for 1. And strike one in there. He was taking all the way on that one. I think we'll take another one. And count evens at 1. Strike two. Strike 2 called. Oh, I don't know why we were taking on that one. I thought the first one was a ball. My bad. So 0-2 the count. And 1-2. Just a bit low. And this one's going to get over the head of the second baseman. 1 run's going to come in. And we'll just move station to station. McGraw's fine with that, as long as the runs keep coming in. 7-0 now. Bill Down, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1. Bases loaded opportunity for him. And it's strike 1. Right down the middle there. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. And he looks like he's going to have some trouble with this one. So Delahanty is unable to make the catch. Not sure exactly what happened. It looks like he lost that one in the sun. And 1 run will come in. And it's going to be a 8-0 lead now as 5 runs have come across in the second inning. Don't know how long they're going to stick with Young. Just make sure that I am not... Yeah, it's a computer. Okay, just making sure. So alright, so bases are reloaded for the pitcher Ames. He singled his first time up. So there's no RBI because of the error of Delahanty. See if Ames can help his own cause here. So this is just low, ball 1. Count evens at 1, swing and a miss. And it's going to be a dribble to the pitcher. They go to home and get the lead runner. So Ames is out. Ames grounds into a fielder's choice to the pitcher. Score that a 1-2. So Donlin up now, 1 for 2. And strike 1 at the knees. 0-2 the count, quickly in the hole. And pop up behind the plate. Looks like this one's going to go back into the stands. And strikes him out.
3 hits, 1 error, after 1.5, New York 8, Boston 0. Center fielder, Rib, Cannell.
Alright, the Beaneaters have dug themselves a hole as the Giants lead now 8-0 after 1.5. Cannell will lead it off for the Beaneaters. Ames now with a comfortable lead. Oh. Boilyard Clark in here. He's actually the best range there. So Boilyard Clark comes into play first base after the injury to McGann. After being hit by the pitch. So Cannell up now. It's going to be a dribble at first. He's tested right away. Clark will make the play. Flip over to Ames for the first out. And we have a score here. Cleveland and Chicago are scoreless in the first in American League action. We'll check out all the scores after the third. So Wolverton up now. He's hitting .268 in the young season with 2 homers and 10 runs batted in. 7 runs scored, 2 stolen bases, 4 doubles, and no triples. And it's going to be a liner over the head of the second baseman. So Strang is not in there for his glove, definitely is unable to get to that one. Only a 3 for range. Actually, overall, the Devlin's their best bet at third base with an 8. Dowling with 7. Everybody else is either average or below average, except for Bresnahan too. He's a 7. So alright, so Wolverton is on with the first Beaneater hit. Brings up the catcher Needham. He's off to a good start, hitting .313 with 3 RBIs, 4 runs scored, 3 doubles and 1 triple. And ball 1 is the count. Down low. 2-0 the count. And it comes to 3-0. And we going to get a little aggressive here, I think. Strike one in there at the knees, 3-1. And count goes full. So Ames has battled himself back. And it's going to be a liner to the first baseman, Wolverton. Clark. Looks like that was in foul territory, but he catches the liner for the out. Wolverton has to scamper back just ahead of Clark's tag. So Clark has proved himself so far at first base, as he gets some early action after coming in for McGann. All right, Raymer up now, second baseman, Fred Raymer. He's hitting .323 with 3 RBIs. So the bottom of the order is doing most of the damage for the Beaneaters. Unfortunately, it's still not that much, as Raymer only has 3 RBIs. He has scored 7 runs, though. 3 stolen bases and 4 doubles. So pitch to Raymer. It's going to be ball 1 outside. And it's going to be a liner down the left field line. Devlin gives chase, but is unable to get to it. And the count goes for 1-2. And it's going to be a liner down the line, and Mertes gives chase, but it's out of play. So the count remains 1-2. And it's going to be a dribble to the second baseman. Only play is to first.
No runs, 1 hit, no
But
errors.
that'll be enough, as the inning is over now. There were 2 outs.
Boston 0.
So the score is 8-0 after 2 full. Sam Mertes will lead it off for the Giants. He's 0 for 1. Irv Young back out there, and it's going to be a pop-up to third. And Wolverton will make the catch for the first out. Bresnahan up now, 0 for 1. And it'll be a dribble to the shortstop. And he gets him easily.
First baseman, Boiler Yard, Clark.
2 up and 2 down for the Giants here in the third. Boiler Clark in with his first at-bat. Wasn't much of a hitter, only 50 at-bats. He had 9 hits for a 180 clip, a homer and 4 runs batted in, 2 runs scored, and a stolen base. And it's going to be a dribble to the shortstop. Easy play for Aparicio.
No hits.
And that'll
no
do it for
errors.
the Giants in the third.
New York 8, Boston 0. Left fielder, George Barkley.
And the White Sox are on the board. They have a 1-0 lead over Cleveland in the second. George Barkley, the left fielder, will lead it off for the Beaneaters. He's hitless in 15 at-bats. And he gets his first hit of the season.
Pitcher, Irv Young.
So it brings up the pitcher, Irv Young. Most likely probably will be hit and running. He's a hit and run of 8. Trying to stir that offense up. And it's in there for a strike. Strike 1 called. And it's going to be a fly ball to right. Brown is under it and makes the catch. Brown can be a little shaky out there in right field, as we've seen. But he makes the catch this time. So Aparicio comes up now. He's 0 for 1. And ball 1, low and inside. Count goes 2-0. And it's going to be a wild pitch. Barkley will move into scoring position. So 3-0 the count on Bresnahan. On Aparicio. Go aggressive here. And he misses. So it's a 4-pitch walk. Runners on first and second now for Tenney. He's 0 for 1. Strike 1 at the bell. And count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. And it's ball 3. So 3-1. In danger of loading the bases here. Go aggressive here. And he walks him. Wow. So Ames is getting a little wild here as he loads the bases with 1 out. Brings up Delahanty. Bases loaded, 1 down. good scoring opportunity for the Beaneaters to get back in this game. So the count goes to 2-0. And it's going to be popped up. Shortstop catches it behind the second base bag. Actually, so that'd be the second out of the inning. So Ames is 1 out away from getting out of this mess, keeping the Beaneaters off the scoreboard. Brings up Rip Canal, 0 for 1 in the day. And ball 1, just below the knees. And in there, catches the inside corner, strike 1, count even at 1. Count goes to 1-2. And it's going to be a dribbler to the shortstop. Oh boy. I think we're just going to eat this one as it's only the first run. It's only 12% out chance. So 1 run will come in as Dahlin's unable to get the throw off. Didn't want to risk a bad throw. So it's the Beaneaters are on the board, 8-1 now. Brings up Wolverton, who's 1 for 1. And it's going to be a liner down the first base line, but Clark is unable to get to it. And pop up behind home. This one looks like it's going to go back into the stands. And it's 0-2. And this one's going to be popped up. Looks like the shortstop's going to range all the way in the foul territory. And
1 run, 2 hits.
Dahlin will make a great running catch. And that'll end the inning. Dahlin prevents any further damage by making a great running catch in the foul territory. And it's 8-1 now after 3 full. Let's check this scoreboard here. So the only game going on is bottom of the third. The Chicago White Sox lead the Cleveland Indians 2-0. Addie Joss is going for Cleveland. He's 3-1. And this is the game actually that we played. Last game that we played. I can't remember who won. But anyway, good pitching matchup there. So if you haven't checked it out, check out my video on that between Chicago and Cleveland. Forgot that we had played that one. So alright, so back to the action here. So Sammy Strang comes up to the plate. He's 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. He'll lead it off here in the 4th. Irv Young back still out there after 75 pitches. 8 runs, and he's going to be 3 for 3. And it's going to go all the way to the wall, and Strang is kind of hustles in there with a double. So Strang is making the most of his start today as he slides in safely with a double. So Art Devlin up now, 1 for 1. Runner in scoring position. High ball 1. And it's going to get under 1 here. It's at the left. We're not going to risk this one. So Barclay floats under it, makes the catch. Strang holds at second. So it's going to be George Brown up now. It's 2 for 2. And it's going to be a foul ball. Just pat down first base line. And it's going to get under 1 here. It's over the center field. And Strang is going to tag up, but he's not going anywhere. So 2 outs now for Dahlin, who's 0 for 2. And ball 1, 1-2, just below the knees. Count evens at 2. And it's going to be a hot shot past the third baseman into left field. Strang will score from second, and Giants get that run back as it's now 9-1. Dahlin will get himself an RBI single there. Ames up now, 1 for 2. Ball 1 low. And it's in there for strike 1. Swing and a miss. 1-1. 1-2 the count. And he count evens at 2. And he strikes him out. 10 innings.
No errors. After 3.5. New York 9. Boston 1.
So 9-1 now. Chicago's up their lead over Cleveland, 3-0. So Needham will lead it off for the Beaneaters, down by 8. swings at the first pitch. And Donlin will put that away, drifting back. So Raymer up now, 0 for 1. And it's going to be a liner. And is he going to dive? No, he's not going to chance that. Why not? We'll chance it. And he dives and is unable to get to it. So I figured he'd take a chance there, up by 8. But unable to make the catch. Gets by him, and Raymer will scoot into second with a 1-out double. Barclay up now, 1 for 1. Way outside, ball 1. And foul ball down the third base line. 2-1 the count. In there. As he takes a good cut at it, but is unable to make any contact. So 2-2 the count. And it's going to be a hot shot at third. Score that a 5-3 as Raymer holds at second with 2 down. Pitcher Young up now. See if he's going to bat for himself, or are they going to... Yeah, he does. It's a bit outside, ball 1. At the knees, 1-1. And it's going to be a liner to the shortstop, and that'll do it.
No errors. We played 4 complete. New York 9. Boston 1.
So Strang makes the catch. And it's 9-1 going to the top of the 5th. Donlin will lead it off, 1 for 3. And strikes him out. So Young gets his 3rd strikeout of the day. Brings up Sam Mertes, 0 for 2 on the day. And he'll get himself his first hit. That 1 for 3. And I think we're going to try a stolen base here. Try a steal. And Mertes is off with the pitch. And he'll be gunned down by Needham. So 2 outs now. Base is empty for Bresnahan. And strike 1 called. And count goes to 2-1, low and outside. Pop up back behind the plate. This one's going to go out of bounds. Into the stands. So 2-2 the count. And make that count goes full. And he'll draw himself a 2-out walk. So Bresnahan on. Only a 17% chance to steal. So Boilyard Clark up now. Grounded to second. His to short, was it? I think he grounded to short his first time up. Ball 1. In there for a strike. 1-1. Count goes to 2-1. And it's going to be a grounder to third. He's going to go the short way to second.
1 hit. No errors. After 4.5. New York 9. Boston 1.
So halfway through, it's the Beaneaters 9, and the Giants 9 and the Beaneaters 1. So Ames in full command. So at the top of the order, Abaticio will lead it off for the Beaneaters. Ames up to 75 pitches, and it's going to be a poor play by the second baseman who barely moved there. So Sammy Strang was definitely not in there for his defense. He's unable to get to that one. And they're going to score him an error on Strang. So he commits his first error. Abadicio moves into second. So I think they're going to score that one a base hit and an error on Strang, allowing Abadicio to get to second. So the Giants definitely are not known for their defense. So Tenney comes to the plate now with a runner in scoring position. Down by 8. And it's going to hit the ball to right. Brown will get under it, make the catch. Abadicio back to second as the throw comes in. Delahunty up now, 0 for 2. Strike 1. 1-1. 2-1 the count. Count goes to 3-1. And foul ball. What happened there? Oh, it's catcher interference on the play, as Bresnahan is called for the interference. As he get a glove on the bat as Delahunty swung. So Delahunty will trot down the first. So runners on first and second with 1 out for Canal. 1 for 2. Ball 1. And it's a dribble to the second baseman. And he'll get the middle runner. So runners at the corners now with 2 out for Wolverton. Strike 1. Outside corner. And he pops one up the first. Clark is rangy over in foul territory. And he'll make the catch for the final out.
2 errors. After 5 complete. New York 9. Boston 1.
The Beaneaters had an opportunity there, but unable to score. And it's 9-1 after 5. Strang is up now, 3 for 3. Has 3 hits on the day. And it's going to be a dribbler back to the pitcher. Score that out 1-3. And Strang is retired for the first time today. Art Devlin up now, 1 for 2. Strikes him out. 4th strikeout of the day for Irv Young, who's still out there after 122 pitches. George Brown, the right fielder, up now, 2 for 3. And is going to hit one to the first baseman. Flips over to the pitcher.
No runs.
And that'll do it for the Giants.
After 5.5. New York 9. Boston 1.
And Cleveland now trails Chicago just by 1 as they put up 2. So it's 3-2 Chicago in the 5th. So Needham up now. 0 for 2 on the day. Ames back out there. Very economical, 89 pitches. And it's going to fall behind the second base bag. And Needham has himself a hit. So leadoff single for Needham. Brings up Raymer, 1 for 2. Strike 1. And it's going to be a dribble to short. Can they turn 2? Over to second for 1. Back to first. And the Giants turn a twin killing. So 2 outs now. The base is empty for Barclay. And he's going to hit one to the left. Mertes is under it and makes the catch.
No errors. After 6 complete. New York 9. Boston 1.
Alright, it'll be Darwin, Ames, and Donlin for the Giants here in the top of the 7th. Donlin's 1 for 3. Young's still back out there after 125 pitches. And it's going to be... Oh, it's going to be... What happened there? And Boilyard Clark gives an errant throw to the pitcher. So Dallin will end up at second, so they're going to credit that with an error to Clark. No, to Tenney, sorry. Actually, it wasn't Clark. It's Dallin, so Dallin will be in scoring position now after the error by Tenney. So Ames is going to bat for himself here. Ball 1. The count evens at 1. 2-1 the count. And it's going to be a dribbler. And this time, Kenny makes a great play on that one. Flips over to the pitcher. So Dallin will move up to third. So runner on third with 1 out. For Donlin. Is 1 for 4 on the day. And he pops one up behind the plate. But Needham is not going to have a play on it. And 0-2. Donlin quickly in the hole. 1-2 the count. And he's going to hit one to right field. And this one's going to go... Oh, he's going to make a great running catch. So we're definitely going to try chance it here. 89% chance to score a run. So Donlin will get himself... Yes. Yeah, he's safe. So Donlin gets himself a sacrifice fly there. And it's double digits now for the Giants as they put up a 10 spot. So 10-1. Gives him Sam Mertes. And he's going to have himself going to go all the way to the wall and have himself a double. Ooh, he's going to try for 3 and he's going to be in there. So a triple, 2-out triple for Mertes. Bring up Bresnahan, hitless on the day, and he's going to knock one over into right field, and that'll score Mertes. So 11-1 now, and it looks like finally the Beaneaters are going to go to their bullpen. Dick Harley comes in. He's 0-2 with a 4.91 ERA. 7 innings pitched, has allowed 13 hits. Homer and 4 runs, homer and 4 walks and 3 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .351 against him. So Clark up there, 0 for 2. And it's a strike, swing and a miss. Count evens at 1. And it's going to be a fly to center, and he goes all the way to the warning track, but he makes the catch.
1 error, after 6.5, New York 11, Boston 1. Left fielder, Ali Strobel.
The lead now is a double-digit lead. It looks like Ali Strobel is going to come into pinch hit in the pitcher's spot for Harley. He has got 1 at bat without a hit so far. He's hit just 105, 2 hits and 19 at bats for the season. Alright, sorry about that. We're back to the action. So let's see. So Strobel will come up to the plate now. Like we said, he's 2 for 19 on the season. For the season, he's 0 for 1 in the actual replay. On the pinch hit in the pitcher's spot. Down by 10 runs. And he's going to get under one here and pop it up to the third baseman. Devlin's under it and makes the catch. So it brings up Arboricio, 1 for 2 on the day. Ames at 97 pitches. And what happened there? Ooh, Bresnahan seemed to be hurt in the play. Hopefully he's only out for the game. So injury strikes the Giants again as Bresnahan gets injured. Not sure exactly what happened there. So who are we going to bring in? We can't bring in Clark because he's already in there. So we're going to bring in Bowerman to catch. Frank Bowerman come in and catch. Wonder if we should take out some of our other guys just to be on the safe side here. We're going to take out Donlin and bring in Wiltsey. Yeah, we're going to do that. We don't want to lose our, just in case the injury bug is out there. So Hooks Wiltsey will come in and play center field. 10-run lead. Take out Devlin too, possibly. I'm going to take out Devlin too. Alright. So McGraw is taking no chances with his other players, the other stars, up by 10. Anybody else we can take out? How about Darwin? Nope. Alright. And Brown. And we'll bring in Graham. Why not? We'll give these guys a chance. So, alright, so we get some replacements in there. Got Ames. Take out Ames. We'll leave Ames in there. We don't want to tax our one reliever there. We might need him actually in another situation. So alright, so there are your replacements. Neal's in to play third. Again, he's a liability, definitely defensively. Wiltsey in. He's definitely a liability out there in the center. And Graham's in right, so alright, at least hopefully Bresnahan will be back and McGann will be back in our next game. So alright, so Ames looks in for the sign now from Bowerman behind the plate. Oh yeah, I forgot him. He's actually a good defensive guy behind the plate. So we don't lose much there. At least defensively, and it's a strikeout. So second out of the inning. I'll bring up Tenney. And it's going to be a grounder to Clark. He'll take it himself.
No hits, no errors.
And that'll do it.
7 are in the books. New York 11, Boston 1.
Alright, so Sammy Strang, 3 hits on the day. Comes up to the plate. And he will draw a leadoff walk. So off a Neal. Will come in. He came in to play third base for Dowling. So let's see. Let's check out Neal's stats here. Not much going on there. hitless in 13 at-bats in the actual season. This is his first at-bat in this season, so I'm not expecting much here. The heck, might as well try some hit and run. And it'll be a lineup and a double play, so I guess it could get worse. So Raymer finally wakes up and makes a great play. So double play there. It's alright, the Giants just looking. Giants and especially the Beaneaters looking to get this game over with. So Moonlit Graham. Not Moonlight. Yeah, Moonlight Graham. Ooh, are we going to break history here? Is this the Archie Moonlight Graham? Uh-oh. He is going to get his at-bat. I didn't realize it was back then. I thought it was a little bit further on. But Moonlight Graham from Field of Dreams is on now. Oh, man. Should we let him bat? Didn't get an at-bat in the actual season, so we're going to give him a shot here. Up by 10. Why not? So, Moonlight Graham, we're going to bring in. See what he can do. Gets in there, gives the pitcher a snide look, like he knows something that the pitcher doesn't. And actually, we're going to do a... Why not? We're going to go pitch by pitch mode. Let's see, where is that? Gotta find out where that is then. Let's do that for now. So, alright, so Moonlight Graham we got to do that with. So, alright, here comes Moonlight Graham. Steps into the box. And it's a strikeout, so I guess that didn't work. So, alright, so Moonlight Graham gets his first at-bat. And it's a strikeout, so he didn't miss much by not getting an at-bat. So now he can go on and become a doctor. So, alright, so that was it for Graham. He's back in right field here. Alright, so Ed Delahanty comes to the plate, 0 for 2, Ames back out there. Strike 1. 0-2 the count. So actually, hold on here. Go back to our preferences. Well, the 8th inning, 9th inning, whatever. Alright. Delahanty 0 for 2. And he pops one up to second. Strang will be under this one and make the catch for the first out. Snell up now. Dribble to second. Strang makes another play. So Wolverton up now. 2 down, 1 for 3. Time running out for the Beaneaters, thankfully. It's going to be a foul ball. And it's going to be a hit. So it's going to go all the way to the wall. And it looks like hometown fans finally have something to cheer about as Wolverton gets himself a 2-out triple. Need him up now. 1 for 3. And strike 1. 0-2 the count. And 3-pitch strikeout. So Ames retires him, and that's going to be it in the 8th.
York 11, Boston 1.
So Dallin up now. 1 for 4. Harley back out there. Strike 1. 1-1. 2-1. Count evens at 2. Full count. And strikes him out. So Ames back out there. Going to let him try to get the complete game. 1-0. And it's going to be a liner. Oh, it's a dribbler to short.
Center fielder. Hooks.
Avaricio's out with it. Over to Tenney for the second out. So Hooks Wiltsey gets his first at bat. Actually, he's doing pretty well in the replay. 4 for 9 with a double. So 444 clip. Hit 278 in the actual season. Ball 1. 1-1. And foul ball 1-2. And it's going to be a single. So he continues his hot hitting. He's now 5 for 10. So Sam Merte is up now. 2 for 4. Ball 1. And he gets under one. He's going to pop it up to third. And that'll do it.
1 hit, no errors. After 8.5. New York 11, Boston 1.
So we head to the bottom of the ninth with the Beaneaters down by 10. Ames looking to get the complete game here.
For Boston, Pat Moran.
And they're going to pinch hit with Pat Moran. 323 hitter. 3 RP runs batted in. 3 runs scored. 2 doubles. Ball 1. 1-1. And it's going to be a single. Poor play by Boilyard Clark.
Pitcher, Dig, Harley.
So the lead runner is on. So I think they're probably going to pinch hit for Harley.
Pinch hitting for Boston, Bill Louderborn.
Bill Lauerborn. 182 hitter. 2 for 11. And it's going to be a foul ball down the third base line. 1-1. And it's going to be hit down the third base line, but go out of play. So 1-2 the count. This could be 2 over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. So it'll be up to Strobel, the last to keep the game going. Making his first at bat. He's 0 for 2 on the season. 2 for 19. He was up before. He's 0 for 1 in the game. And it's going to be a line to center, and that'll do it. As the Giants are all over the Beaneaters by a score of 11-1 to take the second game of the series. So they've taken the first 2 games.
Final score from South End Grounds, New York 11, Boston 1. New York has won 7 in a row. Red Ames is the winner. He is now 3-0 on the season. Irv Young is the loser. He is now 3-2 on the season. Time of the game, 2 hours, 19 minutes.
So I think they said that that's 7 games now is the Giant winning streak. I forgot there was a winning streak there. So Red Ames goes the distance, scattering 8 hits and 1 run. It's the player of the game. So let's check out the box score. So Irv Young gets the loss. 12 hits, 6 2/3, 11 runs, 9 of them earned. 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. And Ames goes Red Ames, which is a complete game. 8 hits, 1 run, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts, 150 pitches. And let's check the offense. Mertes was 2 for 5. Donovan 1 for 5 with an RBI. Bresnahan, the catcher, got injured, but he was 1 for 3 before that with an RBI. Looks like we'll have to check on that. Hopefully he's back the next game. McGann also got injured. Clark came in to pinch run and hit play first. So he was 1 for 3. Sammy Strang in a bench roll came off the bench today to go 3 for 4. Finally get a start. And made the most of it. A couple RBIs. Devlin 1 for 3 with a couple RBIs. Brown 2 for 4 with a couple RBIs. And Dallin, the shortstop, 1 for 5 with a couple RBIs. So good offensive production for the Giants as they're starting to click. And Overton 2 for 4. Cannell 1 for 4 with an RBI, and that was pretty much it. So not much offense for the for the Beaneaters. So that's going to be it. So thank you for joining me. It's been Eric from Higher Ground Gaming, and we'll go for the sweep on the next check on those injuries to McGann and Bresnahan. Hopefully they won't be nothing too serious there. And Archie Moonlight Graham gets an at bat and strikes out. So now he can go become a doctor. Alright, so take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next 1905 Dead Ball season replay. Bye-bye. God bless.